What's up, ladies and gents? I'm your host, Frank, joined by my co-host, your boy, Brendan.
What up? It's your boy.
And Dylan.
Hello.
This is the Late Night Bull, and thanks for tuning in.
To my surprise, he did the mash. He did the monster mash. The monster mash. It was a graveyard.
So this is a Late Night Bull special. Just so happens that the first episode we decided to record took place on the spookiest week of the year.
Spooky.
So we're going to start the conversation off with the segment we call In Recent News. Brendan?
All right. In recent news, Florida police tell a man to quit calling about stolen marijuana. Now,
It takes a second, but I got it.
I'll give a little bit of a background. So this guy had called multiple times before about his weed being stolen. And he said that he had his suspicions and he thought that his roommate stole his marijuana. And as a lot of you probably know, marijuana is illegal in Florida, and the man called the cops for it. So after the third time, they just went ahead and were like, listen, man, like, you can't call about your stolen pot.
Bro,
Stop.
we're giving you a break.
Exactly.
Leave us alone.
So yeah, they didn't charge him or anything, but they're like, come on, man.
I don't know. I
Goodness.
think the police's job is to protect and serve. Protect and serve that man's marijuana.
Also very true.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, honestly, his roommate sounds like a big old doucher.
I'd kick him out.
All right, Dylan.
In recent news, man drives unsupervised to own driving test, then fails it and is arrested.
What?
So basically what happened is this guy has failed his driving test 9 previous times and
feel like
showed
after-
up in a stolen car to his 10th test and still failed it.
Isn't it like after a certain amount of times you can't do it? Like they have to like tell you to stop coming?
That's where the difference is this takes place in the UK. This is in London.
Dear Lord.
And also, listen, SpongeBob SquarePants is over 30 and still doesn't have his license. So, like, I don't think there's a limit.
That's a good point. Good point there. Yeah, that man should move to Bikini Bottom if he wants his license. All right. Well, in recent news, porn star sues over rear-end collision.
What?
But
So, do you care to elaborate on that?
Yeah, I'm not going to elaborate.
Makes sense. Alrighty. In recent news, listen, stop flushing your drugs down the toilet, folks. All right? So, apparently, in Tennessee, a police department has been putting out different things telling people to stop flushing drugs down the toilet because apparently there have been people flushing meth down the toilet.
I mean, why wouldn't you?
Exactly.
where else is it supposed to go?
Exactly. And they think that it's floating down the Tennessee River all the way down to like the Everglades and like Louisiana and stuff like that, different places down there. And gators are getting a hold of it and they're forming meth gators. And there have been reports of different alligators being like real aggressive towards people for no reason. And they actually captured one and did some testing on it. Yeah, it had traces of meth. So they think that
Goodness.
that could be the cause. And they're also afraid of what geese and ducks are going to do if they get a hold of this meth. And they think they'll attack people.
Goodness.
Meth addicted geese. That's what we need on this planet.
Amen.
All right. In recent news, angry mom takes daughter to court after she breaks her bed having sex.
What?
All right. No, you're gonna love this part. The daughter claimed the mom was also to blame for the broken bed and said that she heard things that you cannot unhear as a daughter.
Listen. I mean, I don't want to hear anything, so I kind of agree with the girl.
I agree with that, too. I mean, I feel like you got to keep that to
All
yourself.
right. No. Okay. Real question. Who's to blame, guys? The mom or the daughter? What's your thoughts?
Daughter.
Both.
Shut the cop out. It's of course the mom's fault.
Well,
No.
I mean, the thing is, though, like, the daughter had sex in the mother's bed. Have sex in your own bed, idiot. On the other hand,
Trying something new.
Mom, stop making those nasty noises.
All right. Well, in recent news, Woman in sumo wrestler suit assaulted her ex-girlfriend in gay pub after she waved at man dressed as a Snickers bar.
Wait a minute. There's no way this is real.
Dude, I cannot make it up. Cannot make it up.
That is nuts.
Yeah, I just don't. The part with it was all okay to like the Snickers. Honestly,
Like you were on board with the entire thing, but then it's like even like waving at the man, you're fine. But the fact that he was wearing a Snickers, that just throws it off the rails.
yeah, way off the rails.
Goodness. Alrighty. In recent news, California man visits a national park to see Yogi Bear, but again, police find 8 pounds of meth in the man's spare tire.
Why are you on meth? You're like on your meth.
Listen,
grind.
I'm sorry that all my stories are about drug use. I just want to make it clear, I don't agree with that, and
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
condemn everybody.
Yeah.
My dad's a cop.
All right, I'm sorry. Continue. your
My
story.
My dad's a cop. I don't want to go into further detail because it's just about the police.
Oh, okay.
All right. This is a local thing.
Oh, lit.
So in recent news, creationist Ken Ham, he owns the Ark exhibit in Williamsburg, Kentucky. I've been there, and you should definitely go visit. It's actually a lot of fun. But yeah, that guy, he wants to threaten your kids with eternal hell on Halloween.
What? Will you please elaborate?
Yes, I will. So Ken Ham thinks it's a good idea that instead of giving kids tasty treats for Halloween, that instead parents should go to his website and spend their money, spending $9 to buy fake bills, like fake money, that on the front say Dino Bucks and on the back say that you are full of sin and God punishes sinful people by sending them to hell for life and death.
So, I just want to make this clear. The story is exactly as you just read. Like, that's the facts.
The facts is creationist Ken Ham wants to threaten your kids with eternal hell. Yes, like he literally sells dollar bills and told people to buy the dollar bills that on the back say that you are full of sin and God punishes the sinful with death and hell.
Dang.
So, happy Halloween, kids.
Interesting.
I think I'd rather get meth.
So I just pulled up like his quotes too. So the bills read, "God sees you as guilty as sin. The penalty of sin is death and eternity in hell." He claims kids love these.
What? All right, so we're all Christians here, and I can attest to what the heck. That man sounds like he's off the freaking rails.
Listen, I like candy.
All
Why
right.
have candy when you can have a dollar bill damning
All
you to
right,
hell?
all right. In recent news, cops arrest white woman on warrant for black man. Evansville police trying to figure out what happened.
Respect to those cops for not seeing race.
Dude, they're putting in the work. They're like doing their research and their police work on another level. We're all playing checkers and they're playing chess.
Exactly.
Hold on, but it gets better. So I thought the story was so crazy that I went and looked up history of this police department, like other stuff. There's 5 crazy stories, but I'm just gonna go on to this one, all right? So another story about the same police department, and it's on a plane crash that happened. So far, they have determined that the crash occurred when the plane struck the ground. But they're unsure what speed the aircraft was going at the time of impact. Let me just repeat that part at the beginning. So far, they have determined that the crash occurred when the plane struck the ground. What? These guys are working on another level.
That might be the dumbest thing. I think
10D underwater backwards backgammon.
Shout out to the Evansville police.
It looks like you guys need to go back to school.
All right, well, so now in honor of Halloween, here's a little spooky, scary clown stories.
Ooh.
And will they return in 2019?
I hope not.
So, Dylan, you want to start this off?
Yeah, so I'll go old school. I'll go to the 1990s. On May 26th, 1990, at 10:45 a.m. in Wellington, Florida, Marlene Warren opened her door to find a bulb-nosed clown holding a bouquet of red and white flowers and 2 balloons, one emblazoned with a picture of Snow White. The clown shot her point blank in the face, and she died 2 days later. Warren's teenage son saw the clown run to a white Chrysler LeBaron and escape, never to be found.
What?
Clowns just can't be trusted. I'll just put that.
Clowns be sneaking around in the grass like snakes.
Exactly, dude.
The idea of opening your door and there's just a clown sitting there with flowers, balloons, and a gun. Like, what?
Listen, I have a huge fear of clowns.
I mean, who doesn't? Like,
That is true.
if you
but-
like clowns, you're a weirdo. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Whoa, 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 whoa. That's not cool.
Yeah, I'm calling you out.
I'm calling
You're a
you out.
weirdo. You're a freak.
Whoever likes clowns, get out of
Like
here.
whoever was like, can't wait to see the clown at my birthday party. Like what? Like no one thinks that. If
Who
you do,
had a clown at their birthday party?
Yeah, and-
Listen, my
Dude,
brother had.
I was gonna
a
say,
clown.
I remember.
You were there.
I remember
And
that
it was-
party.
It was the purple clown, and she just walked around my house and was like, "Hey, everybody, it's the purple clown." Scariest thing in my life. I wasn't about that clown. Get away from me.
That kills me. I forgot about that story. Oh my!
Didn't knock on the
goodness.
door or anything. Just walked around like the legit clowns be sneaking in the grass.
dude. Oh my gosh.
But yes, that is spooky. Make sure you check out the window before you open your door.
Yeah, seriously. Who the heck just opens their door like when someone
Exactly.
random knocks on it?
I do. Like every time.
Well, you better watch out because those clowns are probably listening right
yeah,
now.
I was gonna say the clowns.
Plotting.
His
Yeah,
name's Dylan.
any clowns listening, please come to my front door. I will welcome you in.
He lives at this address.
Oh goodness. All right. Well, you want to talk about my clown story? That was a pretty crazy one. I don't know if I can
That was
top
wild.
that. This one's more like just kind of spooky. So I'll go into it. And this was in South Carolina in 2016 when the whole like clown epidemic like kind of broke out, and I don't know if you guys remember that, but it was insane. Like my mom like would text me every night and she'd be like, "Did you make it to your apartment? Are the doors locked?" Like, dude, like I was scared. Like I was scared to like be out like past 9 because that would honestly freak me out so much if I saw a clown. But anyways, let's continue on the story. So, at the edge of dark, dark woods in South Carolina, children have been telling adults that a group of clowns have been trying to lure them in the cluster of trees. They say the clowns live deep in the woods, near a house by a pond. The tale sounds like a mishmash of newspaper clippings, pages ripped from a Stephen King novel, but these are actual details taken from a report filed by the sheriff's office in Greenville County, South Carolina. Last week, after several residents at an apartment complex there said people in clown makeup had been terrorizing both children and adults. Several children said the clowns were offering them money to allow them into the woods close to the house by the pond. Police say they have found no evidence of clown paraphernalia at the house.
Clown paraphernalia.
I know. A woman walking home late one night said she had seen a large-figured clown waving at her from under a streetlight, and police said she waved back. And another woman said her son had been clanging chains on a banging noise at his front door. In these cases, people who gave reported clown sightings refused to give their names to the police. So I mean, that is freaking sketchy. Like, this is so. If you guys are unaware of like I don't know how you'd be unaware, but in 2016 and kind of like a couple years after that too, there was like this whole like clown movement for some reason, and people were just like walking around in clown outfits, just sketching people out, and like some actually scary stuff happened. I don't know. Like, it scares the crap out of me.
Exactly. And I remember when that happened, I live close to woods. Like, pretty much my backyard is woods. And once the sun started going down, if I was outside, I was like, better get inside. I don't want any clowns coming after me, you know?
Dude, I don't trust the clowns. If they freaking come back, I'm gonna be spooked. Like, there is stuff in the news right now of them like walking around, just creeping. And there was like a group of them. I forget where it was, but I saw it on one of the news networks. And it was like the clown. It was ex-convicts were dressing up as clowns and going around and vandalizing stuff. Just walking around vandalizing stuff. Like, what?
That's lit.
You gotta do something when you get out of jail.
Exactly. Some people can't find a job, so why not just dress up as clowns?
Look, I guess that's where all the money's at. Maybe we're like,
Maybe we're doing something wrong here.
you know what they need to do? They need to get the police from South Carolina and Evansville on this case.
Case would be solved in a heartbeat.
I wouldn't be shocked if the clowns were the Evansville Police Department.
I like that theory.
Goodness. You know, if you're from Evansville, South Carolina, and you happen to be in the police force, I'm not sorry.
Please call in.
Yes.
Send us an
I'd
email.
love to hear from you.
Send us an email, please.
Oh my goodness. All right, Brennan, you got something?
All right, so going off kind of what you said. So you said in 2016 this thing kind of all started.
Oh yeah.
Happening more. Well, Dylan's story was in 1991. My story is in 1981.
Goodness, this goes back
So,
far.
America's decades of clown sorrows begin in Lawrence Elementary when children reported 2 clowns driving a black van offering them candy. Whoa. School principals were warned about this clown threat, leading to a bunch of other clown sightings around Boston. What's spooky, no clowns were ever found. Which leads me...
they're all over the place and they're not being found.
They're
Like,
dude, yeah, it's spooky. So, a few days after this event, so that happened in Massachusetts.
okay.
This next one happens in Kansas City, Missouri. So, yeah, they're all over the place. So, a few days after the Brookline incidents began, police in Kansas City received multiple reports of a knife-wielding clown in a yellow van. Parents of
This is funny, but it's like freaking scary.
It's spooky, yeah. It's like nervous laughing, where we're really not laughing because it's funny.
Like,
We're
it's funny to like, yeah, I don't know. Continue.
So parents of these children attending the school were informed of the situation via a letter, since it was back in the 80s, from school administrators reading, in part, there have been reports of a character called Killer Clown jumping out of bushes and threatening children with a knife. So my guy was driving around in his yellow van with a knife and going and parking and hiding in bushes and then jumping out at kids waving around a knife.
Why does it sound like the movie It? Like,
Don't even get me started with that movie.
Were you not a fan?
Well, since I don't like clowns, let's just say after the movie, I went home.
cried.
I turned on all the lights in my room, turned on Disney Channel because I knew there wouldn't be any scary commercials of it popping up there.
Oh my goodness.
I hate clowns.
I hate Disney Channel. Good lord, I wouldn't turn that on if like my life depended. upon
Listen, I needed something to go to sleep to.
it. You know what?
So you chose the Disney Channel.
No scary commercials.
Dude, turn on Netflix. That's why we got it. No commercials.
That's true. Sorry.
Oh goodness. Let's get off the Disney Channel thing.
All right, sorry.
So yeah. Well, we kind of already talked a little bit about 2019 and like, will they return? What's just give me like a quick little response on your feelings if they're gonna return or not. Brennan?
So, you know my feelings about clowns. So, I don't want them to return, but looking at the world today and just how psycho people are, I kind of have a feeling that they'll come back because, first, the movie It came out, clown. The Joker movie came out, clown. And then, like, back then, too, like, the Killer Clown Posse, that, like, group. Was it a music group?
That's the Insane Clown Posse.
Insane Clown Posse, yes. After that, like, a bunch of clowns started happening. And it's like, whenever these clown, like, things come out, there's, like, a huge movement of just random clowns everywhere. So I think they're going to come back. And, yeah, it's not going to be fun for me.
Dylan?
I do agree that there is a good chance of them coming back. they thrive on trying to scare people. I guess it's like, what kind of a loser dresses up as a clown and goes around scaring people? Like, like that dude does not have good friends.
I don't know.
They don't listen to this
I
podcast.
feel like
I hope if there's any clown people that like to dress up as clowns listening to this podcast,
You know
I
what?
apologize.
You know what? I feel like I'm gonna refute that. So like, if these clowns are out here and they're not getting caught, like all these clowns are just out here just doing crazy stuff, and then like they just aren't getting caught. I mean, I feel like it would be obvious if it was someone that was like a total creep, like no friends, like loner. Like I feel like it isn't those people. I feel kind of like maybe it's someone that isn't like that, like someone that's popular, someone that's got like people that they know, and like they maybe someone in your community that like you look up to, and like they're like running around in the clown costume.
Just
like,
our local pastor just nights as a clown.
Ken Ham.
Ken
running around as a
Ham.
clown.
Yeah, maybe I could see it.
I would not be surprised.
Or President Trump.
President Trump.
He'd be the clown running around with Twitter open, tweeting
Tweeting.
something big's about to
Dad.
happen.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm gonna have to say clowns are definitely coming back, and I think this Halloween you're gonna see some out there.
Rip.
All right, be in the chat.
Sorry if you do not like clowns, Brendan.
All right, so now let's kind of transition into a little bit on sports news with Brendan.
All right, so if any of you all are wondering, no, the Bengals have not won a game yet. They lost to the Rams again today in London. People of London, I am sorry from the bottom of my heart that the NFL sent the Bengals for y'all to see, because they're trash. So Tua or Joe Burrow from LSU, I'm sorry to either one of y'all who get drafted by the Bengals. All right, in other news, LeBron also made some headlines again for, yet again, his hairline. So the way that he was wearing his headband was like pushing up on his hair, and like the texture of like his hair, it made up like his hairline just like rise up. And LeBron is already balding. You could see it in the back. And his teammate, Anthony Davis, was kind enough to point it out to him and say, hey, man, you need to fix this.
Maybe he's just working on his clown costume.
He might have been.
LeBron James is a clown.
But LeBron, come on, man.
Yeah, that's a come on man moment.
Shave your head.
Yeah, just get rid of it.
Listen, MJ was able to pull it off. I think
it added to it. It's like,
exactly.
yeah.
Because you just need to shave that. It looks terrible. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay, I agree with you. Got anything else?
Well, last week we didn't get to talk about it. Ping pong qualifiers were going on in South America, getting ready for the Olympics this summer.
Heck yeah.
I'm not going to try to pronounce any of the names because I can't pronounce any of them. But to all those competitors down there that are trying to compete to qualify for the Olympics, good luck, and I hope you all did well. Whoever didn't make it, get better.
Get better. That's a good point.
Get good, scrub.
Exactly. So, yeah, that's all sports news I have.
All right, well, let's go ahead and go to Dylan with his weekly movie review.
Hey guys, so the other night I watched a classic, Varsity Blues, James Van Der Beek, Paul Walker, and Jon Voight, probably one of Jon Voight's best. Many of you probably know Paul from his work in the Fast and Furious franchise, and rest in peace, Paul Walker, but it's a movie about a local Texas football team just trying their best to find their way in life and just to see if they can be more than just a football player and see if they can make more of their lives than just their small town in Texas. So if you like football, or if you just want to watch a good movie that kind of it makes you a little bit nostalgic about high school, I definitely give it a recommendation. You can view it on Amazon Prime right now for free, so definitely check that out.
SMH.
I'll have to check it out. I've actually never watched it before, so I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, I can't knock it until I try it, but I'm going to go ahead and knock it. SMH.
Listen, I like football. I'm going to have to try it. All
Goodness
right.
gracious.
So, Frank, you have a little bit of inspiration for us, don't you?
I do. All right. Well, this is an inspirational quote. We're gonna do one of these every week. So here goes. All right.
All right.
If you don't know where you are going, you might wind up somewhere else.
That's deep.
Does that hit you hard?
Oh, dude, right in the heart.
Dylan, you thinking about it over there?
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. That turned my whole world upside down. I have a lot of decisions to make.
That's what we're hoping for.
All right, listeners, after you heard that quote, why don't you go to our Instagram page and click email. Send us your thoughts about what that quote meant to you, and maybe we'll share some of those during this segment on the next show.
For sure.
So, yeah, hit us up, and, yeah, maybe you'll make it on the show.
We'd love to have some guests on the show, so definitely do that. All right, guys. Well, I think we're about here at the close. Anything else you guys want to say?
Yeah, if you guys don't mind. I just want to say happy Halloween to everyone. If you're going to parties, be safe. If you have kids or you're taking your little brothers, sisters, cousins, all that, if you're taking trick or treating, check
Watch out
their
for clowns.
candy. Watch out for clowns. Check their candy. Razor blades are in there.
Meth
Meth has also been. I also read a story about that.
and heroin.
I just wanted to limit the drug references that I made this episode.
But just happy Halloween. Enjoy the holiday. Enjoy the time with your friends. Yeah, just thank you for listening.
All right, guys. Signing off.
And also, one more thing. If you are not following our Instagram, Twitter, YouTube channel,
Yeah.
follow our Instagram and Twitter at late_night_bull and our YouTube channel at the Late Night Bull Podcast.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you guys next week.
Peace. Bye.
Is the hit of the land for you, the living? This mash was meant to when you get to my door.